Rob's his guardian angel.
Looks like the greatest duo on the internet is already over, unfortunately, because Deen the Great and Adrien Broner would get into such a heated argument over one thing that you don't play about a man.
You a damn block.
None of them yours.
You a damn block. The long block on mine. The one you've been using.
All right, take that bit with you then. Come on.
Tripping.
Yeah, it's in the bag. Put it in there. It's connected to a white charger. Piece.
I promise you.
Put it in the bag, bro.
You're tripping, bro. What's wrong with you? Can't wait.
What's going on?
You can't say I'm drunk or nothing.
Give a
No, we're not drunk. You're drunk.
Don't give a f, nigga.
You're drunk. You drunk. Tripping.
Get out.
I don't give
Weirdo.
a fuck about getting
I don't
out.
give a fuck. You don't want to pull me over.
Yeah.
It's a whole nigga. Do your shit. Ungrateful.
Yeah,
Do your shit. It's good. All right.
This got to be over some money. I already know. This type of energy, it's got to be over some money.
For sure. No, because that's what it is, though. Yeah, all right.
Because I don't want to do what you want
That's
to
what
do.
it is.
I
I
mean,
don't give a f about doing what you want to do. You don't got to do what the f I want to do.
and I don't. And I'm not.
All right, don't then.
I'm not.
Weirdo. Man, stop calling me, bruh.
And I'm not.
Bruh, what's up, bruh? What's up?
You good? You had, cause I had sent AB the back end.
Nah, he ain't sent me though.
I sent him the back end, bro. I got see. You want me to
Told
send you
y'all.
a receipt?
Had to be over some money.
All right, so you said cut it back in and he ain't sent me shit. All right, bet.
I sent him the back end.
All right, that's show what it is. All right, that's a friendship too then. Get out. Nah, it's good, it's good. You said cut his shit. It's good. Go ahead.
Okay.
He good.
I'm gonna see you up in the screen. You want me to see the screen?
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. It's good.
All right, I got you right
All
now.
right. Go ahead, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
No. That was separate, bro. That was a charger that was connected to the phone.
Bet.
It's completely different.
Nigga. Could have made M's. Stupid. It's good though.
I'm going to do that regardless.
Bet.
I ain't gonna lie, this is a nasty look by AB, man. You know, I don't know the full context of everything, but what I do know is AB has been funny lately, but we're only peeping game because of Deen. Now, I'm not gonna act like it's not no mutual. I think they've been helping each other for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like, now I'm not necessarily watching any streams, but I'm seeing the clips of Deen all over my feed, but when he's with AB. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they definitely benefiting off each other, but AB wouldn't be getting the exposure and the money and doing the streaming shit if it wasn't for Deen, which Deen was already doing without AB. So if they went into some situation and AB's backdooring for $1,000, and I'm gonna let y'all know these niggas are making way more than $1,000 off of streaming, and if AB just fucked up this relationship over $1,000, I ain't gonna lie, that's some sucker shit. But am I surprised though? He's drunk out of his mind almost every stream I see. He's constantly disrespecting women. He's constantly doing weird shit on stream. I'm not really surprised. But boy, way to play themselves.
Yeah, do that then.
Yeah. Watch.
That's some bullshit.
So this initial clip that was going around, it was about some paper that Adrien Broner was supposed to pay Deen the Great. Keep in mind, these guys, how this argument started was Adrien Broner wanted to get dropped off on the side of the road. Yeah, these guys are on the highway. Adrien Broner is drunk out of his mind. Deen the Great's a little bit tipsy. To be honest, Deen the Great's handling his drink well compared to before he got linked up with Adrien Broner. So these guys are always arguing at the end of the night. And he wants to get let out. He's like, man, come on, let me out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what happens after that is when the money situation comes. He's like, wait, hold on. So Deen the Great was going to let him out. But then when he found out that Adrien Broner allegedly stole from him, that's when he kicked him out. And a lot of people felt like, damn, man, like, why'd you have to kick the guy out? You know, is this a troll? I don't think it's a troll, because Deen the Great would give a longer explanation of the situation, which people aren't really posting that clip. I don't know why. And this just tells you all that you need to know, and you don't play a man about his paper.
Nah. He said, don't let it ruin the friendship. This little bread. Exactly. If you're gonna let it ruin over a couple of G's, and you'll ruin it over some M's or some 6 figures. Yeah. We ain't doing that. It don't matter if it was $10, bro. And even if it was for clips, text me on the side like, oh, bro, I was just playing, bro. All right. That's why he stayed longer, so he could get his little bread, get his set to him. You know what I'm saying? Snakes, bro. You dig? If you get offered to do some shit, they reached out to us and said, yo, I want y'all to come for an hour. We was gonna get paid some racks to come for an hour. Okay. Cool. We was gonna split it in the middle. We got our deposit before we got there, and then we gonna get paid upon arrival or after. They said we gonna get y'all after. All right, cool. We get there after, and then y'all see what happened. The rest of what happened. He got paid. I ain't get. Which typically you're supposed to get paid. They supposed to pay. They pay me and him. So that's what he did behind my back. He went to go tell cuz, yo, pay me, and then pay me the rest. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Why did AB do that?
So what it looks like happened, and that's the call that they got in the car, because he was like, yo, stop texting my phone. Somebody kept calling Deen the Great while he was with Adrien Broner. So he was getting irritated, but eventually he picks up the call, and then that's when he kicked out Adrien Broner. So here, Deen the Great explains they were getting paid basically for like a hosting. They get booked to go to a place. They do a walkthrough. It's kind of like what a lot of poppin' rappers will do when they're first blowing up. And in this, what typically happens is they pay you the front end, and then you get there, you show up, you do your thing, then they pay you the back end. So what Adrien Broner did is he was like, yo, just toss me the money. And he just steals from Deen the Great. Now, this is a problem because a lot of people are saying like, yo, fix.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Adrien Broner, he had a problem with some money, ain't it? Nigga was one of the most successful boxers that at one point went broke multiple times, had a very public outing with the IRS and some more shit. And now you over here sliming your dog. Even if y'all ain't best friends, business associate, he's helping you get popping with this streamer shit. Y'all making money together. You slime him over a couple $1,000. Like, you shouldn't slime nobody over nothing. That's just some whole shit. But the nigga that's helping you make money and get your name in the circulation and shit again, I do think they were benefiting off each other, so I don't think it was just completely one-sided. But it's just weird. That's crazy, man.
It's a situation. And the crazy thing is, earlier in the day, these guys were training. They were training with Adrien Broner's old trainer. Adrien was looking good. And they have this cycle. This is why I think this is the best. These guys have had the best streams on the internet right now, because you get a full journey the entire time. It's not just straight entertainment. Like, you get some self-development in there. You get some comedy in there. You get some actual anger and frustration out of the two. You get mini crash outs. So you're getting taken on this emotional roller coaster. Not emotional, because obviously you're probably not invested if you're just, all right, you might be invested. I don't know. I'm not invested, but I'm still like going through the motions of like, yo, hold on. Is Adrien Broner going to get it together? Okay, they're training. There's like some positivity going on. And then, okay, they get to the drink. Okay, is Adrien Broner going to slime out Deen the Great for a chick? Okay, well, Adrien Broner gets too drunk. Okay, so the guy's drinking every night. And then you're in this perpetual cycle of like, yo, will he ever
always matching? Is that like a thing they do? They match every stream?
Ever get it together or not? If they were just doing the drinking and the partying and the chicks, I don't think it would succeed as much, especially stream-wise, because their stream has grown, not just their clips. If they were just doing the partying stuff, the clips would go crazy, but the stream wouldn't grow. Deen's stream is growing. Is there some botting involved? I think he might be getting botted, but he's not botting himself. I know that for a fact, because when Deen the Great was streaming, like when he was like getting hit by slapped by Larry Wheels, and the other guy Tiki like elbowed him, and then Deen the Great linked up with Adam 22. Deen was averaging like maybe like less than 250 viewers. So at that time when he was so viral, it would have made sense for him to bot, but he didn't bot. So now the situation is he going to link back up with Adrien Broner? And I don't know. I guess it's tempting for him to do that because the audience wants that. But this is just grimy behavior. And this just goes to show the character flaw of Adrien Broner. It's not that he's just a drunk, because Deen the Great, he's a solid dude. From what I've seen, from what other people have said, despite him he'll get drunk, he'll act out, he'll misbehave, but to take money out from somebody that's helping you, getting you motion again, because some people will say like, yo, Adrien Broner's the talent, he carries. Well, Adrien Broner's already famous and was a world champion boxer, but Adrien Broner's been crashing out and been on this type of timing for the past 8 years. Yep. So he's been like this, and he hasn't had motion like this. So it's clear that them two together, led by Deen's direction, is what brought him the success that he's having right now to where he's getting booked. Nobody would have been even calling to book Adrien Broner before this. Not to a fight, and definitely not to host anything.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like just having the awareness to, again, pat yourself on the back and know what value you bring to the table, but to just discredit a nigga that's clearly laying out a path for you, and it's you know, it's working for you, you're making money off of it, and then just slime him out, like, that really shows Adrian's true colors, bro. Like, you just don't even want to surround yourself with people like that. And if it were my advice to Deen, bro, me personally, bro, I would just separate myself. You already got the money. You already, you know, went up a level from collaborating with, bro. You know, not everything is worth it, bro, because now you know, put yourself in bad energy. Now you don't trust this person. You don't feel like you could really truly be yourself around this person. Like, I think you already got what you could out of the situation. Adrian's got what he wanted out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? He got his last couple $100 or $1,000, whatever. Might be best to just part ways, even though there's probably some more clout to collect. But you know, if you're a grinder and you believe in yourself, you gonna get it another way.
They brought Adrien Broner to host something. People would probably pay him to stay out of the club if you tried to book Adrien Broner 3-4 weeks.
Damn, seeing Adrien Broner here, man, it's kind of crazy. Like, in the sense, like, he just looks healthier. You know, just I don't know, got like more of a gleam in his eyes. I don't know if I'm tripping, but it's kind of he does not look like that now.
If you tried to book Adrien Broner 3-4 weeks ago. And then Deen the Great, after a lot of people were giving him criticism, and he would go on to explain why it's extra slimy what Adrien Broner did to him.
And if we want to talk numbers, I done made this nigga $20,000 a week. His first week streaming. You don't make $20,000 on Kick streaming your first fucking week. Get out of here. All right, that's just off KCIP. That ain't including everything else. That's just off streaming. The hours you stream, okay? It's good though. On top of that, I ain't taking a dime from bro. Turn it down, bro. I ain't taking a dime from them. I ain't asking no percentage. I ain't taking it. And in plays, I'm involving in this shit. We breaking half on everything, bro. So do the math, bro. We had 3 plays today. We got multiple plays since we've been here. Everything, the Airbnb, the car, the security, the cameraman, everything paid for by me.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
I'm not
You're not even splitting the expense, but you splitting the profit.
Telling bro to break even because he making bread now. That's me, bro. My expenses, bro. I don't know.
Nah, this is crazy. This is straight up disrespectful. It's damn near, I wouldn't say it's a Boosie Vlad situation where you're hearing like, yo, this guy's getting paid $25K a week or like $25K an interview. That's like a couple of hours. But just hearing what the situation just happened, think about it yourself. Would you take getting paid $20K in your first week streaming just off of the stream revenue, which you're not even paying the cameraman. There's no cost associated with it. And you're just getting drunk and doing what you usually do with your homie. You're probably like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Boxing,
well, that's
doing everything that you normally do, and you getting paid $20,000 in the first week.
just Adrien Broner. And that's the thing, too. It's like he picked him up and gave him a blessing. Because all of these expenses that Deen the Great is saying, he's like, yo, I'm paying for all of this. Adrien Broner doesn't have his own cameraman. Adrien Broner doesn't know how to stream. He's just pointing the camera at him. So he's taken revenue away from himself, potentially, because people are watching Adrien Broner on stream, on his own stream, that aren't watching Deen. And Adrien Broner is getting paid on those viewers. So that $20K, if Deen the Great didn't want to support Adrien, he could have just told Adrien Broner not to stream. Could have told AB not to stream and be like, yo, we'll split it this way, or I'll pay you this amount. If Deen was just about his business, he would have signed him to something, got a percentage, or just said, listen, bro, I'm going to pay you this amount every day. And Adrien Broner doesn't even have to see how much money the stream is making.
Facts.
And Adrien
That's a fact.
Broner would take it, because keep in mind, the first time that these guys linked up, Adrien Broner shaved his entire beard for $1,000. He was like, yo, you give me a rack, I'll shave my whole beard. And
Really? Yo, this nigga was itching for chicken.
his beard was like very, very long. So it took him a long time to grow that out. And then he was asking for like, yo, you gonna give me an Uber back to the spot?
You know I'm broke, right?
You ain't broke. Rich in spirit, though.
No, right.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, you ain't broke. But you rich in spirit. Yeah, right. You gonna pay me, though?
You give me $1,000, I cut my beard.
A band? You cut your beard?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Chat. For a band, though, he gonna cut his beard. What we talking about?
Yo, he want that money bad. He's staring. He's like, yo, give me that answer, my nigga. Okay, you gonna, shit, we gonna get this money? That's crazy.
Give me a band, I'll cut my beard.
Hey, y'all better get the motherfucking subs. Hold on.
Give me a band, I'll cut my beard.
He ain't blinked not once. He's getting excited. He's like, I think he's gonna do it.
Oh. What's gonna be fresh start? When the last time you cut your shit?
Ooh, man. Damn, God. But cut my shit, though. Damn. Nah, for you, though, I'll cut my shit, though.
For a band, though.
Can I run it?
For that band, though?
I ain't gonna lie, though,
I ain't
God.
gonna lie, cut that off.
Cash at it.
You want right now?
Yeah.
Hell no, this nigga, yo, it's like that.
You gotta show me you getting the proof first. You gotta cut that bit first.
Nah, that he can swipe now.
Yo.
Nah.
Who's good?
Oh man, this makes me sad to see him like this, bro. Nobody should be looking like this, bro. Hell nah.
What happened? What happened?
What?
Send the money. I need money.
You want me to let him know?
Or you can get it back. I'll make sure you get it back.
I don't got bread.
That's for Uber.
Okay. Yeah, or
Yeah, I came in an Uber, yeah.
Or
I came in an Uber, yeah.
you get over.
Do I have Uber? No.
Yes. Let me start recording that.
I got you.
You ain't a fool out of it.
Nah.
So that's the situation that Adrien Broner was in. You'd think he would have been like, yo, let me see what's going on with the money and all that. No, he wouldn't. And Adrien Broner has his costs covered too. Like Dean's got some expenses. And like Deen said, he said we ran 3 plays today. So if they were supposed to get a couple racks for that one situation that they went to, there were 2 other events that they went to that same day that they probably got paid. It could have been a 10K day, maybe a little bit more. And Adrien Broner is willing to throw away potential hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, because of what? Like, there's got to be something here where he thinks that Deen doesn't deserve it, because it's not a money thing. He made 20 racks his first week streaming. I don't know if they paid it out yet, but how do you just mess this up? And this is an Adrien Broner problem. And some people will say, especially the fans, are like, nah, you know, you can work it out. Oh, Adrien will be doing his own thing. No, he won't. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Adrien Broner is going to pick up a selfie stick and record himself.
Yeah, he might spark it up 1 or 2 times, but then once he realizes it's not that easy, and you know what I'm saying, and it's like an actual grind, he's not doing that shit.
And go out and do stuff? No, he's not going to do that. The guy's a lazy drunk that is completely out of it, and he's entertaining to watch, but he needs a handler. And this is the thing that's going to happen. Nobody is going to be willing to handle this guy. He's going to be too much. And they're just going to say, you know what, I just don't want to deal with this guy. Because look at Deen. He was willing to deal with him a lot. And Deen turned into the responsible guy. And that's how you know Deen, when he was like crashing out off the drink or all that, you know, at his core, Deen is responsible and can handle his business. Because when a real drunk came around him, Adrien Broner, you see the guys playing like a father role to him, making sure like, yo, get the bottle out of your hand, man. You're drinking too much. Meanwhile, 2 months ago, Deen the Great was the guy we're all looking like, yo, are you going to put the bottle down or what's going on here? So unfortunately, I do think this has to end off of principle. Maybe Deen might just say like, yo, you know, the viewership makes sense. But mentally, Deen is for sure checked out of this as a friendship. It would just be strictly business after this, if he's willing to bring him back. Because somebody that's willing to steal from you like that, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's nasty, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. I appreciate y'all. My name is Berto. Where you at, Berto? Join the Where You At famous. You never miss a live stream reaction live on Twitch. Links is in the description. Where you at, Berto?